All right, we're live for day. Oh, wait, there you go, live on both. This thing doing Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So day 2 of the power of stories, and today I want to talk about nipples. I'm going to be sharing a story with you about nipples. I'm going to share about the one most important thing to expand your pleasure capacity and the truth about our capacity for pleasure as women, but I believe it's pretty much the same for men as well. So as you can see, I'm still wearing my bikini. I just arrived from the beach, so I'm just gonna tune in and share my story. It's gonna be a short one today. So years ago, when I was in my relationship where I experienced total transformation, I remember being with my girlfriends and we were talking about sexuality and our partners, and I felt so blessed to have an amazing partner to explore with. And I felt already that my world was expanding so much. And I can't remember how we got to talk about that, but my friend were saying, two of my friends actually were talking about how they could have nipple orgasm. So before that, I'd never heard of a nipple orgasm. Actually, with that partner was the first time that I experienced deep vaginal orgasm. So I was like, already felt I was like so on the forefront of what was possible sexually. When they talked about that, I remember my brain going, what? What are they talking about? Nipple orgasm? Like I thought all orgasm were coming from our genitals. So that kind of like, I didn't even ask, I think, at the time how to have a nipple orgasm. I didn't ask more details because there is always a part of us sometimes that feel ashamed when we have new information. We feel like sometimes we can't take it that way of, oh, I should have known that before. Or there is like a fear of being judged for not knowing, or like all sorts of things. And I just like took on the information and I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on this on my own. But what happened is after that, it was kind of like the seed was planted in my head. So when my partner would touch my breast, I'd be like more focusing on the sensation. I wonder how a nipple orgasm feel like. So when he was caressing or touching me, I would really bring my awareness in them. And I started feeling more and more sensation. Like I would touch them more. I would also during the day, like if I was not wearing a bra and I was wearing loose clothing, I would just bring my awareness to them. And the sensation just like grew and grew and grew to the point where now it's just that I'm so sensitive in my nipples. It feels weird if my partner doesn't touch me there before touching my yoni. Because what I found is that there is such a connection between the nipple and behind the clitoris. And it's like, if you touch there, it tickles down there, pretty much, in short. So as you can see in this story, it wasn't like there wasn't a specific trick or a way to do something, or it was really just an openness of a possibility. And that's why the universe workshops that we run all over the country are so powerful, because in those days we share a lot of stories that are meant to expand your view of what your body is, what is capable of, and how much pleasure you can have, and just like opening your world. So the one most important thing to expand your pleasure orgasm is actually to believe it. And with everything that's out there in social media or article or books, even books of people very well known, there are still people that say that not every woman can have every type of orgasm. And I believe, and in the universe we believe, is bullshit. As soon as you agree to that belief, you're limiting your pleasure potential. And then you're going to probably be, oh yeah, I'm probably in the 20% of women who can't have this or this type of orgasm. So my advice for you is to rewrite your story around orgasm and your pleasure capacity. To if it's been like annoying or kind of tends to open it as, oh my God, there is this whole world of possibilities, because that was the other element in my stories. I was curious. I was open to maybe experiencing it. I wasn't like, oh, my breast is probably not, I haven't felt anything until now. I probably won't. I was really trusting, low battery. I was really trusting that I could feel it, and that's what happened. So that's what I believe my truth, and the truth that we share in the universe is for the infinite capacity of our body for pleasure. And this was the story with my nipples, but I had a lot of similar stories where I've just opened to pleasure. So I've opened to pleasure standing on the beach and just feeling the wind on my skin and just opening myself to it. Often I share in my work, I share with women, just feel a sensation, and it's almost as if you're opening your cells to feeling more of the sensation. So you're not looking for more sensation, you're opening to what's already there. And you can do that in any part of your body. We all, in the universe, we all have like different stories of how we open like that. And we had orgasm, like in one of the girls is in her hand, another one is her butt. Like the potential is infinite. And I think it's the same for men. Often there is that belief that women can have like multiple orgasm and all like expanded type of orgasm, but actually, I think my housemates are coming home. Everyone has that capacity. So you guys as well, just believe it, and you can actually experience your whole body as a sexual organ. I think that's all I have to say today. And I wanted to just, before I go, introduce my program, The Path of Pleasure, which is starting in March, but we're going to do a pleasure challenge and pleasure fest actually next month. But I'm going to put the link in the live, or if you're on Insta, it's on my bio. And it's the path of pleasure is basically about breaking all those limiting belief on a lot of area of our life, and really like bringing your vibration and your potential and capacity to a whole new level. And we're going to use what I think is essential for a woman to totally open. We're going to use pleasure, play, and rest. Those are our superpowers as women in order to fully open in our pleasure capacity. So if you want to learn more about it, you can go and check my page, and I will put it somewhere when I'm finished on the comment thing. Thanks for joining me. I'll just check. No, those weren't questions, were just comments. So excited to hear more intimately. You are so enlightening. Thank you everyone for joining me today, and I will be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for another story. Which one is it going to be tomorrow? Oh, it's how we can really support each other in relationship to heal and expand. And I have another story about that. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day.